Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
They choose you. Fighters choose you. Then they use you to get where they need to be. Then they accuse you when everything goes wrong. And when they've left and gone somewhere else, then they start to abuse you by doing interviews, slagging you off. And that happens more times than it doesn't. You get the
activated.
Welcome back to another edition here on the Boxing Biz Podcast Show. Boom, boom. Hit you with that, Oh, man, that's crazy. You know, sometimes you got to say goodbye. But when is it the time to say goodbye, right? And if you go over to the YouTube poll right now, we got a poll up. And I'll ask the question for those that are not catching this on video. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Remember, this is the Boxing Biz Podcast Show. We are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, X, and IG. Soon to be streaming on other platforms. So get ready. I know we got Twitch in line, so we'll be on there pretty soon. But the question on the poll is, when is the right time to leave a trainer? After a loss? When progress stalls? When chemistry is gone? Or never stay loyal? That and a bunch of other questions that we're going to have up there on the chat as well as polls. So thank you for tuning in. We're going to be touching on the break split between Don Charles and Daniel Dubois, whichever way you want to look at it. And it seems as though Daniel Dubois has chosen to train under another trainer. And poses the question again, when is it the right time to go? When is the right time to go? Because honestly, there's so many situations that you might want to have to go. Sometimes you might not have to go. That and more questions to be posed in this move that Daniel Dubois has decided to take, right? It is a move that some may say that, you're going somewhere else because you lost, right? It looks like there's a helicopter coming through my house right now. Jeez. Shout out to my man Matt in the building holding a wrenchy. He says, GM. He says Dubois needs to split from all those people who he was at that house party with before the fight. Such a foolish move. Yeah, so it seems as though that, before the fight that there was, sort of like a gathering, quote unquote, on what Don Charles was saying in an interview. But guess it was just like a celebration or a hype up party. And, for this last fight, seems as though it might have been a distraction for Daniel Dubois. When is it, when is the entourage too big? Or when is it that, you're supposed to kind of like fall back from a fighter's locker room, heard there was a lot of people in there and, to Daniel Dubois' pops and the whole entourage, this is defense, Don Charles was saying that they were trying to get a feel, right? That feel, that hyped up feel, and they were trying to recreate that. But looks as though my man Danny Dubois had to go take a drive. About to go fight right now, and you had to go take a drive because you're feeling some type of way. It's those moments before a fight starts are very important. So you just don't know what happened. I mean, the first loss back in July at Wembley, we had we had a different trainer, right? Back then in the first loss, and that was back in July, right? 25th on Wembley Stadium. Usyk, showed him that he was levels then, right? Knocked him down, or knocked him out. And then, it was Kieran Farrell that was the trainer. And he announced his departure from the team soon after. So, looks like Daniel Dubois has been moving around. Is that okay? Is that lack of accountability? Is that something that's going to reflect poorly on Daniel Dubois' loyalty? Or is Daniel Dubois being loyal to himself? Right? Is he being loyal to himself? Many a times fighters have to choose between being loyal to a camp, a team, or just being loyal to themselves.
To me over the last 18 months.
And it looks like, whatever you're choosing, right? Looks like they're getting a call already. What's up? All right. Had to shut that down. So, sometimes you got to choose who you're going to be loyal to. Let me know what you think in the chat. Let me know what you think. If you plan on calling in to the show, I definitely am putting up the StreamYard link up on the chat, on the YouTube chat. And don't forget, if you follow us on Facebook, head on over to the Boxing Biz Facebook page and follow us there, because soon, all the streams will be going to the Boxing Biz Facebook page. That's for all the Facebook champs out there that tune in and listen to the program. Head on over to the Boxing Biz Facebook page and give us a follow there so that you can start to listen to the program there, as we'll be switching over as soon as we reach 100 followers. I did put up a pinned post on my personal Facebook page, letting everybody know that this will be happening as soon as we get those 100 followers on the Boxing Biz page. Never promoted it, slacked, and I've been doing some work on the back end, and definitely need to make sure we start it from the right place on Facebook. So shout out to Facebook, shout out to the whole fam, as I always stream to my personal, but I would love for everyone from the personal that listens to the program to head on over and give us a follow there again on the Boxing Biz Facebook page. Appreciate it. And same thing with X, repost, retweet. Well, no more retweets, but re-exit, and of course IG repost. Give us a like. It does help with the visibility of the show, and it does get us rolling with the punches on these numbers. All right, so yeah, we're talking Daniel Dubois, Don Charles split. Kieran Farrell was in the same situation back in July 25th of this year, or excuse me, back in the 25th. He was in the same position, only he chose to leave, and Don Charles stepped in, and now Don Charles and Danny Dubois, put up a post and definitely thanking Don Charles. It's not like it was a super bad break. It seems it isn't that way. So let's just take a listen to what Daniel Dubois said in the post that he posted. Let's give him a shot, right? Let's see what the guy got to say. A lot of people are quick to call him disloyal. Well, we'll figure it out together, right? And at the end of the day, it's our opinion. We just never know what's going on. But is it loyal? Is it not? Is it time? Not too long ago, AJ was in the same situation. And we'll get into all that. But let's listen to the audio right now. All right. Hopefully you guys can hear it right. Here we go.
But now I feel like I need a fresh change and a new start.
So, got to start that one from the beginning. Let's go.
Hi, I'd like to thank Don Charles for the hard work and effort he's put into me over the last 18 months. But now I feel like I need a fresh change and a new start for this next phase of my career, where I look to become 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. God bless.
There you go. Doesn't sound like it's a bad break. Gave him the thanks, right? Hey, listen, thank you. Thank you for, putting that effort into me, training me. We won some battles, right? And now we're here. And remember, guys, you can tap in using that StreamYard link if you want to go ahead and come on to the stream or just call in. Also, on the chat, see my man Matt activated it already. I didn't read. Did I read? Yeah. So, yeah, going back to what he said, the house party before the fight, such a foolish move. Yeah, who knows? Who knows what exactly it was? I know that they were trying to keep that energy up high, and that was the whole, I guess, purpose of them having that same kind of, energy around Daniel Dubois. It's crazy, though, Some fighters like it, like to be alone. Other fighters like, to have their people around them. Everybody's got a different style, Excuse me. Yeah, you know what? I did forget to mention, since that's a topic, part of the topics that we'll be talking about. Did you guys see, how big Crawford is getting also? Crawford is definitely, got some size on him, man. It's crazy. He's definitely got some size on him right now. And some people are saying he's too big. Other people are saying, he's doing it right. He's still going to be fast. I'm saying he's, he looks big. And, if you guys see the thumbnail that I put up, right? And I'll show it up there again. You see his bicep, bro. He's super flexing. And he's got the snack shirt on, And we all know how, Victor Conti is always going to have that past, man. They're always going to look at him sideways. If the guy's done it already, he's already, paid for his mistakes, and if he's really just, that person that knows what to take and what not to take. Can't blame him if he knows the sciences, right? But nonetheless, Crawford looks big. Is he too big? Is Crawford too big right now? Is this bad? Is this a bad move to come into the Canelo fight? Too big? Is he too big right now? Is he making a mistake? Is he sacrificing speed? Speed is what I believe would have helped him a lot in this fight. Madrimov was real fast, even though there was interviews, Madrimov saying that, he wasn't feeling 100% for that fight as well. And the fight with Crawford, or with Virgil, one of the two. But Madrimov is the faster fighter, and if you see Madrimov and Crawford, in that fight, I like the way Crawford was looking. He didn't look slow to me, 154 though. This is different. It's different, man. He's going up to 168 now. But is he too big? Is he sacrificing speed? You guys let me know. And like I said, there is a poll up right now. So if you're tuning in with us, head on over to YouTube. The poll is on YouTube. I don't know if you can see that on Facebook. I don't think you can. So, you know, if you want to listen through YouTube, you can. If you want to participate in these polls, they are on YouTube. And I should check too who's with us right now per individual platform. I know the X fan been holding it down lately. Shout out to X, man. Let's see where we at. And we're yeah, we got a few on X. Shout out to X, man. Make sure you hit that heart, that little like. Goes a long way. Duly appreciated. So make sure you hit that and help with that visibility of the show. Check out the Facebook. If you're on Facebook too, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. There's a lot of people on Facebook that love boxing and tapping in with me, so duly appreciate that. And as I check in from platform to platform, there we go. And who do we got here? Oh, damn. If you guys heard that double take, it was because I tapped on the link. All right, so see my IG. Shout out to Forrith on IG. Champ. Make sure you hit that like button on IG then, champy. Lately, you've been on IG. Appreciate you, though, man. All right, let's get back to business. There we go. Yeah, so the question was, when is it the right time to leave a trainer? And so far, 100% never. Stay loyal. Of course, it's when chemistry is gone, when progress stalls, or after a loss. That's the question. And then the Q&A says, what's the most shocking trainer split you ever seen in boxing? There's been so many. I mean, we could talk about the recent ones too, you know, more than anything. But we had Hamza Shiraz, right? Split. And go with Andy Lee. Anthony Joshua too, man. You know, he split with McCracken. Went around and, you know, did some work with Garcia over there. Did some work with Derek James. Oscar de la Hoya también. Excuse me. Oscar de la Hoya, you know, was a fighter that, you know, switched on trainers, multiple trainers, matter of fact. He was with Floyd Mayweather, Freddie Roach, Gil Clancy, Manny Pacquiao, I think. No, Manny Pacquiao was always loyal to Freddie. I don't think he ever did anything. Yeah. But some fighters do good, man. You know, some fighters do good, switching from camp to camp. Tyson Fury, you know, he's worked with Ben Davison, Sugar Hill. You know, he's worked with George Capetillo. So, you know, sometimes, you know, it gets to a point where, like, the fighter's probably going to have to move, man. You know, he's going to choose whatever's best for him. He's going to choose if, you know, staying loyal is something that needs to be done, you know. Or does it need to be, man? Do I need to keep moving? Do I need more styles? You know what I'm saying? Like a Shaolin warrior. I mean, that's the only way you're going to grow. You know what I mean? Unless that trainer can provide that for you, right? Some are going to say this is disloyal, like I said before. Is it, though? Is it? Lemon water. Let's go back to the chat. Shout out to Matt. Says, feels like Bud is too worried about his size for this. It could slow him down. I feel like Bud will be right at 168 when he should really come in at just above 160. I get what you're saying. People are saying he's walking around at 180, sparring, cruiserweights damn near. I mean, I don't know. He's going to have to come in at 168, whatnot. He doesn't have to. But he's put that muscle on right, man. Listen, this is the guy to do it. This is the guy that's going to have the... He's gonna upset everyone. He's there to upset everybody. You heard him. Y'all are gonna cry. We'll see. Canelo Alvarez too has been working. And I don't know if you guys have been playing, as much as they can give, right? Paying attention to how he's been looking, kind of work he's been getting. This is Canelo's weight. He has the power. He already has fast hands. Some will say that his feet are slow. Are they, though? Or he just plants his feet. That's all it is. But he follows you around. Straight Michael Myers style. I'm telling you, Canelo's going to have the power advantage. No matter what, even though Terrence is getting big, I don't know what he plans on doing with that. Maybe absorbing the power. Because what really helped Terrence Crawford is the speed, man. His agility, his ability to move and counterpunch. That belongs to the speed, man. That all belongs to the speed game. That has nothing to do with power. Plans on knocking Canelo out? Is this the size? Reason? Like trying to put on as much weight as you can to knock him out? Is that really what it is? I don't think so, man. I don't know. I don't know what's the formula behind adding the mass. Obviously, you just don't want to sacrifice the speed. Is he sacrificing the speed though? You could go back and see other fighters, the way they responded going up. Look at Conor Benn recently fought Eubank Jr. Took Eubank Jr. A 147 pounder went all the way up. 160. And, Conor Benn's speed was still there. He was still fast. It wasn't something that I noticed in speed change. Different kind of fighter though. You go back to that Madrimov fight, man. You gotta appreciate Terrence Crawford's boxing, his discipline. He just, he's a sniper at every second of the fight. He's gonna need that speed. Because right now he's looking big. And I don't know, this snack shirt don't make it look good, even though maybe we're going to keep being hard on Victor because of what he's done in the past. But, the shirt looked kind of crazy. He's like, yo, he big. But look, got the snack attack. Sean Porter was on the interview too, and Sean Porter was part of the snack. Sean Porter was out there visiting Terrence Crawford's camp too. And, Victor Conti's Victor Conti, man. Can't be spreading rumors. He got a snack shirt on. So what? I don't care about the snack shirt. I'm looking at the biceps and shit. This guy's getting big. How those betting lines looking too now? Those betting lines they're looking mighty close. We're gonna open those up too. Matter of fact, let me check in, see how these betting lines are looking. Like, yo, Terrence Crawford's too big. Betting lines change. It's crazy. 168. he comes in at exactly 168, bro, and you've seen the pictures, man. I don't got to show it to you guys. Do I? I thought the thumbnails, a picture was good enough. Shoulders mad round. He's going to be able to deflect those punches. You know, the shoulders got to be strong. I mean, not only for punching, but, you know, you want shoulders too. And some fighters got these big shoulders where they can just deflect punches all day. You know, with the shoulder. Let's see what DraftKings. And if you guys use another betting site, you know, I'm not using any other betting site. This is what I'm using. So I'm not being sponsored, but shout out to DraftKings. Been doing all right, playing on their platform. So no complaints over here. We're less than a month out from this fight, guys. Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is really going to happen. We're really going to see some legend stuff happen in less than a month. Some real legend stuff. And how do you, the question is, how do you feel about either fighter losing? Sort of like a goodbye for each one, right? Or does Crawford get the pass? Does Crawford get the pass on this one? If he loses, does he get the pass because he's the guy coming up in weight? Does he stay at 168, have a couple of more fights? Like, what is he doing once he gets this weight on too, bro? Because it's going to be crazy out there. It's going to be crazy. Oh, snap. Still had y'all with the thumbnail. Back. Stop playing with me. Bro. It's serious, it's serious business right now. It's serious business in the Allegiant Stadium in less than a month from now. Damn, bro, that would be nice to go out there. Go to Vegas. I know my birthday's around my birthday's September, or the end of September. So it's like 2 weeks after. But it would be nice to go out there. I know it's going to be crazy out there, bro. Oh, and now opening up tomorrow, 6 a.m. Look at this. Might have to do some research tonight, man. You got some boxing. Michael Sarafa versus Mikey Dahlman. Damn, I opened this up, and this is what I see. A potential betting show. I mean, there's only 2 fights. It's Nikita Zhu versus Luzim Ismaili. I'm pretty sure it's Nikita Zhu that's supposed to win. So that's not that much. That's not that much boxing going on. But it's Friday, we have some boxing on the betting lines. I have a few fights on Friday. Saturday I won't be available. I'll be going to a good friend's wedding. Okay. Looks like I'm getting calls from the producer. All right. I don't think they know that I'm on the show ski. Might have to put the Soulicious on. Oh, man. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Make sure you tap that like button. And for sure, man, you're helping us out, with the algorithm. This is what makes these numbers move. So give me 1 second, right? Give me 1 second, guys, while I just real quick tap into this production call. They just called me. I'm going to leave you guys with some Soulicious. You know what I'm talking about. said, damn. Thanks for sticking around and holding it down. Producer dropped the ball right now with this call. This was not the time. All right. It's the people's time right now, champ. Champ. Stop playing with me. All right, man. So yeah, the betting lines are looking, I guess for tomorrow. It's only 2 fights, so I'm not gonna stress that too much. But of course, we were here to check out the. We're here to check out the odds for the Canelo fight. So let's see where the Canelo fight is. All right, where are we? There we go, Canelo. Wow, look at the odds. Minus 185 for Canelo Alvarez. And then Crawford is plus 145. So there you go. For Crawford, plus 145. That is, I guess, you lay down $100 and you get back 245. So, yeah, if you bet your money on Crawford, you're going to make some money, man. Crawford's going to make a lot of people money if he wins. I'm telling you. This bet, right? Bet 100, get back 245. I'm with it. Might just need to lay a bet down with Crawford, man. Who else? Yeah, well, for that night, I guess that's all they got right now. I'm pretty sure that once those fights continue to come in, we'll have the other betting lines. But as of right now, they don't got nada. Got nothing. So let me check in on the polls, man, because trying to see if you guys are responding to these polls. When is the right time to leave a trainer? Looks like I'm gonna end the poll. Never. Stay loyal. None of y'all answered the poll. I'm about to poll y'all. Hit y'all with the poll right here. Bam! I closed that poll out. No problemo. What else we got here? When we had a couple of more polls actually we were gonna put up. There was a couple of breakups. Which breakup had the biggest impact on boxing? And I'll give you a couple. AJ leaving Rob McCracken. Dubois leaving Don Charles. Or man, you know what? I didn't even know that. Did Canelo ever leave Reynoso? Briefly at all? I don't think that's correct. AJ leaving McCracken or Dubois leaving Don Charles? I mean, both are champs, man. They're both going through their same thing. That's what I'm saying. If AJ did it, why not Daniel Dubois? Dominic Ingle said what he said, and I'll replay the audio if you guys didn't hear it. It was in the beginning of the program as an intro. It was worth listening to. That's why I played it. But, it goes down like that. Sometimes, fighters will use you and, they'll just leave you, and it's hard, bro. It's really hard.
They choose you. Fighters choose you. Then they use you to get where they need to be. Then they accuse you when everything goes wrong. And when they've left and gone somewhere else, then they start to abuse you by doing interviews, slagging you off. And that happens more times than it doesn't. You get the fighter.
It happens a lot, bro. That's why, it's crazy because when you're in these boxing gyms too, and you look at what's going on, the boxing politics and within gyms, you see, man, the trainers really boxing trainers in the gyms, man, they don't make a lot of money, bro. And everything they do it because they love it. You know what I mean? It's really crazy if there's not that many coaches out here getting rich, unless you got, your own gym. And then, and even if you got your own gym, you gotta make sure you got the keep those doors open. And the way you keep those doors open is obviously with some memberships and other things that, you know, we can go on and on about running that type of business. But it's not easy. So when you got coaches out here who pour into fighters, and some pour into fighters for years, you know, and then you have the fighters just kind of leave after a bad loss, or, you know, just, you know, whatever, just leave them. And then you really think about what is that trainer left with in reality, you know? And I'm talking about, you know, these trainers that are training amateurs and even fighters that are mid-level. It's not a lot of money there. You know, to actually make money as a trainer, you got to get to the levels of being or having a fighter like, you know, big money. Yeah, you got to have a superstar, man. Doesn't always happen like that. So it gets rough out here for the trainers. So I can understand, you know, how, and it gets frustrating too, man. You know, when you have family involved, you know, some will say that, you know, Daniel Dubois Sr. is has the last say in some things, you know. So just don't know, man. Just don't know. Excuse me. You just don't know what's the situation right now with Daniel Dubois. If he's really, you know, moving forward. And now they're saying Tony Sims is the guy. Yeah, Tony Sims. I think Tony Sims is the guy they're talking about. Tony Sims. And who did Tony Sims train? Tony Sims had a couple of fighters. Let's see, who did Tony Sims have? I had it up right here. I think he trained... excuse me. Where is it? Yeah, Conor Benn. Yeah, he trained Conor Benn. I mean, he trained a couple of other fighters, but Conor Benn was the one that stuck out. Tony Sims. So there you go. You know, Tony Sims, which is not a bad choice. It's not a bad choice to go learn something new. Man, listen, man. As a fighter, you want to. I did. You know, I was the same way. You know, I trained in Elizabeth for a while, and then I left and I trained in North Bergen, and I remember I had a Cuban Olympian trainer over there. Then I had a train. Matter of fact, before them, I had Roger Chen. Shout out to Raj. When I first wanted to box, you know, Roger helped me get my feet right, you know, movement in the feet and whatnot. So I moved around, man, and I got some good knowledge from a couple of few coaches. And even when I was out there actually in the on the field and going into camps and talking to different trainers, that was always my thing. I like to, you know, pick at the trainers' brains and seeing what kind of philosophies they had, right? So, you know, each coach is going to offer you something different. And, you know, Sims has been with Anthony Joshua, Ricky Burns, Johnny Fisher, Jimmy Sains, South Area middleweight. I don't know if you guys know who that is. I don't think I do either. But no, all jokes aside, you know, Tony Sims gonna do good. I don't know if you could teach a fighter though. I don't know if you could teach a fighter that tenacity, right? That I don't want to stay down. You know, that Tyson Fury, you know, come back from the ashes, you know. I mean, Tyson Fury was he was gone, bro. And he got up. He found a way to get up. And wait until they count to 10 and then trying to get up is not it, bro. He had no broken orbitable. So say all that to say, like, you can't teach that. You can't teach that, you know, die in the ring attitude. Some guys just don't want to do it. Some guys don't live that type of life, bro. You know, feels good to beat on people. Feels really nice to knock guys out. When you're beating on people, it feels nice. But there's not too many guys that could take a hard shot, hit the canvas, get up. Take that hard shot, hit the canvas, get up. It takes a whole nother type of human being there. And that's why, you got to judge these moves according to what you see, right? What did we see? We saw a few things, but at the end of the day, he's going to carry his career the way he wants to. If Dubois feels like it's time is now, then the time is now. The boxing don't last forever. If you want to become a 2-time champ, you better act fast and act quick. Think fast, act quick. And this was the move. We'll see what happens. I mean, he needs a couple fights before a few fights, probably 2 or 3 fights before he thinks about getting back into a title contention. I don't know how that happens right away after those 2 losses to Usyk. Joseph Parker too. I don't know if they've delayed it or what are they doing with that? In order to get that Joseph Parker Usyk fight. So, he's gonna be moving over to a new trainer, but certain things you can't teach, champ. Certain things you can't teach, but for sure he can become an even more well-versed fighter, and end up being a 2-time champ. He has the ability. He has the age too. He's not, he hasn't had too much. I mean, his only really, really painful fight it was the Joe Joyce fight when he got his his eye busted up. Other than that, Usyk, it wasn't a beatdown. It's not like it was a fighter that went through a super war. It was just, he didn't want to get up. And it's okay. It's not that guy. Not that guy to. Anybody else does that to him. Anybody else puts him on the canvas. You got to get up, champ. You got to get up. I always felt like Daniel Dubois too. He's heavy, man. He's real muscular, heavy. He showed he had the cardio to keep beating you, right? Being big like that, he keep beating on you. He had, but I don't know. Getting up, it looks like he feels like he's just heavy, bro. He looked heavy in his last fight. I was like, man, bro, shit, get up. Get up. But he lost to a great fighter, so this is what I'm saying. Like, he lost to probably the generational best. Right? It's not the end for you. So, we'll see how that turns out for him. Terrence Crawford, Canelo, got less than a month away, and you know what we got in that fight? It's a super fight. This is for legend. This is for I got another text. Yeah, this is for legends. This is for I have no idea what I just said. Just kidding. Yeah, so I'm looking at an article from where was this? Boxing News on Don Charles. I know there's probably a Don Charles interview out there already. I just haven't found it yet. I wonder if he's come out and spoken on this or not. I'd be curious to know if he has. But we'll keep our ear to the floor on this one, to the ground. See if anything else pops up. But no, it doesn't look like anything else popped up. And again, Crawford, Canelo, less than a month away. Is Crawford too big was the question. We'll see. Let's see if the timing that he had to put on this muscle was the right timing that he needed in order to acclimate weight, power, and speed and have it all still working out for him. Facts is that as you move up in weight, you do get a little slower. Bigger objects move a little slower. So we'll see if Crawford really is too big, or he had the perfect formula, and he'll show us that he can push back and still be fast with a Canelo Alvarez come September 13th in the Allegiant Stadium. Looks like going back to the actual stream to see if any of the bros are out there tapping in. Let me see. Holy smokes, there is. Shout out to my boy James Valdez, came through. Jane Valdez says, just came in to smash the like button. Trading coaches didn't work out for Wilder, but it did for Jermell. It did work out for Jermell. Wilder, I don't even know. Thing is that like his development, Wilder's development it's his own thing, bro. Wilder, he just can't transition in whatever he learns into the ring new. He just relied on that power for so long. I feel like he just never. His resort to kind of mode is the power. Ryan Hong said, yo, what up, champy? Shout out to the UK. I got like helicopter fighter jets coming out of there. What the hell, bro? Mad air traffic near my house. And James Valdez says Andy has helped a lot UK fighters once they switched to him. Yeah, they switched up. Andy Lee, of course. Yeah, Andy, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's a heartfelt thing, man, when you got fighters that'll switch up on you, bro. You know? But sometimes you got to know when it's the time. Was it the right time, or was there a lack of accountability? I'll go ahead and see if anybody else wants to go ahead and use that StreamYard link. It's starred up there. If you want to tap in, talk about the Crawford Canelo card dawning upon us, less than a month away. Is he too big? Is he too slow now? Or will he keep his speed and basically upset the heck out of everything, bro? Even though the odds are close. I mean, the odds are very close, bro. I don't know how much of an upset that is. I think now people more than ever are saying that, he's the he's going to be the guy that really stops Canelo. And I don't know if I believe it, man. It's hard to believe that, bro. Guy that never has been stopped. It's hard to sit here and say, okay, yeah, he's going to stop him because he's now the same weight, even if it wasn't the same weight. It's hard, man. I'm telling you. Not too many people can go in there and be 2-3 weight divisions higher and then outperform the guy who's traditionally at that weight. It's very hard. Just letting you guys know, but leave anything in the comments. Make sure you interact with us too, man, on the different platforms. We're on Facebook, X. We are on IG. We got to jump on Twitch. We'll be jumping on Twitch pretty soon. Bang. Stop playing with me. And I got to get back in the boxing gym too, bro. I think I need to make a debut back in there. Always ready for 3-round fights. Let's see what else. I don't think there's nobody around. Who else has something to say about it? Everybody's talking about this in the UK. I know Daniel Dubois' manager. What's my man, Sam? Sam, too. They interviewed Sam. I mean, Sam's going to stick with his fighter. Sam Jones is going to stick with his fighter. That's really what matters. When you got a manager as a fighter, you want your manager to just stick with you. All right? No critique from you, my brother. Just stick with me. We moving. Shout out to Sam Jones. It's tough, too, man, because you're managing a fighter. Fighter decides that it's time to go. Who decided it, right? Was it like a family thing? Was it just Daniel Dubois himself? He had like a group meeting. Who knows? Don Charles did help him out a lot. And for what it's worth, you guys heard the video. Daniel Dubois thanking Don Charles and letting everybody know that he's moving forward. So until we hear an actual interview, this is what we're going to believe. You know what I mean? Let me see the other actual questions that we had up here before. There we go. Well, the poll questions. Who wins if they fought today, right? Well, today, Canelo Alvarez versus Crawford. Does leaving a trainer usually help or hurt a fighter's career? That was the last poll question. But y'all be slacking on the poll. That's why I'm not even throwing it up there. Y'all wilding. About to end the Q&A too. Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw that poll up there. All right, we're gonna throw that poll up there because it's worth actually asking that question. You know, of course, it could be circumstantial, right? Because you just never know why a fighter is gonna leave his coach, right? Could be a good reason, valid reason. You know, sometimes your coach could be that guy that just, you know, just tells you to hit a bag. You know, I've been through coaches like that. You know, you show up to the gym and they're like, all right, let's get to work. I'm like, all right, let's get to work then. I punch the bag. Like, what am I doing though, champ? Am I punching the bag in my hand combination? Yeah, you gonna hit it. You just gonna move around. You gonna hit it. Like, all right, champ, just let me know if I'm doing something wrong. And it's like, shit, I must have been doing shit right all the time, cause. But I'm joking. But yeah, you got different types of styles of training too. Sometimes you might just, you know, be at a point with a trainer where basically he's giving you all he could, and you know there is a peaceful breakaway in situations like that, especially if the trainer and the boxer or the fighter for that matter are cool, you know, and have a good relationship. It's all circumstantial. So go into the actual poll question on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on the Boxing Biz YouTube channel. The poll question reads, does leaving a trainer usually help or hurt a fighter's career? Helps fresh start, hurts, loses stability, depends on the fighter. That's the poll question up right now. You're tuning into the Boxing Biz Podcast show. Appreciate you guys. We've actually been moving and grooving, man. The watch time hours are up. We're in the thousands. So, I mean, I gotta just tell y'all, man, I'm real happy. Appreciate y'all and everything y'all do. I don't know what to say, really.
No comment.
But I know what to say. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in with us. You know, I'm going to keep stepping up, being here.
To this day.
As long as y'all keep showing up. So make sure you interact with the poll question that we got up right now. Does leaving a trainer usually help or hurt a fighter's career? I think it depends on the fighter. Others might think it's different, you know. Just don't leave. Grind through. You'll see better days, you know. It's disloyal. Just because you took an L, now you want to go somewhere. It's all circumstantial. All circumstantial, champions. You just never know. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
Champion's prerogative, and I just exercised that option.
Sometimes you got to exercise the champion's prerogative, champ. And if it's time to go, you got to go. Just like if it's time to go, you got to go. All right. We get out of here then. Listen, we'll be back with another one. Appreciate you guys tapping in. This was just a short one. Dubois splits with Don Charles. And we'll be now training under Tony Sims from what we've heard. And, of course, Canelo Crawford countdown as we get closer and closer to September 13th. The Allegiant Stadium is going to be lit. Is Crawford too big? Is he sacrificing speed for power? Is he going to be too slow? Is his power not going to be enough? All these questions will be answered come September 13th. We'll be back with another one. Make sure you tap in with us in the community. Leave a comment on this episode if you guys have especially any topics that you wanted to relate to me. You know how to contact me through the different social media platforms. We're on Facebook, YouTube, X, and IG. Make sure you tap in with us on there. Give us a like, follow. And for all the Facebook fam, you know that we've been streaming on my personal page, but we do have the Boxing Biz Facebook page where we need to move over our streams to. So as soon as we get those 100 followers, we will be streaming on that page. So make sure you go give us a follow and don't miss out on any of the streams. We appreciate everybody that tapped in, man. Again, hit that like button. I know I keep saying it, man, but I can't say it enough. Something so small has such a big impact, and we do appreciate you guys spending the time over here with us. You know that means a lot. So thank you again. Tell a friend, share the program. Crazy weekend of boxing we had this past weekend. So much talks of Itama, so much talks of Moses Itama, that is, and how he's the future Mike Tyson. So many critiques. Boxing will keep on talking, right? What have you done for me lately? We'll talk some more boxing a little later. Appreciate you guys. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. Cheers. We out here.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your fucking clout, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.